Hello, hello. Edris Oliveira here. This is the DNN monthly chat. This is the January 2019 edition, and we are recording this on January 26th. It's a Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Okay, before I welcome our group, it is a sad times in the DNN ecosystem, in the DNN space. I knew that 4 years ago when I decided to start this with Scott, and at some point I said I thought that we would have to give some sad news. And today is one of those days, the first one actually. It's a sad day again for all of us in the DNN ecosystem. Eventually I would have to report a departure of someone. And that's what I have to mention today, a departure. Now, it's one thing when a departure comes from natural causes. It's expected, it's okay. However, it's very troublesome when a departure comes from an act of brutality and a silent. It's very different. The thing is that the silent is a minor. I cannot even show his face here. I cannot even tell his name here because he's a minor. Again, we lost one of our own, and I have to share at the very least a photo that I was able to get from the crime scene. Very disturbing. If you want to walk away right now from this video, please do so. But I have to show that because, you all need to know that of such a sad moment in the DNN space. I'm going to show that right now. Again, you may cover your eyes, you may walk away, but I have to show this. No other way here. Here it is, the dismemberment of Sean Walker's bubblehead. Act of complete brutality here. I'm going to show the father of the assailant. He's laughing. Here it is, the father of the assailant. Now, it's one of our own. You see, there's a DNN book on his bookshelf. So one of our own killed Sean Walker's bubblehead. Can you imagine that? Revoltant. Now, here's the thing. Mr. Clint Patterson, you can fix that. Just use some glue gum there. My kids can fix that for you if you want, okay? So again, take care of your little guy and do as Will Stroh says, use super glue to fix that and get the bubblehead back again, okay? Guys, your words. I hope that I was making this right. Let me unmute you guys. Oh, I'm so bad at that.
Do we keep a straight enough face while you were saying that?
What is that?
Do we keep a straight enough face?
You did.
That's actually important.
Actually,
for a long pole joke, that is the important thing, so you could hit your punchline.
Yes.
I want to commend my three other people for doing that.
See, I
didn't.
You didn't?
But I'm muted, right? Am I muted?
No. You all are unmuted now. Yes, you can go.
Oh, I was going to say, Mike Smelton, let this be a lesson to you. Start packing up the stuff and putting it on high shelves.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I just wanted to start.
I think young Noah was probably trying out for the Patterson football team that wants to be the quarterback.
Anyway, you wanted to start on a high note here, just a little joke aside. Again, Clint, hold your little guy there, and you should keep your stuff well protected. No, a bubblehead like that, you should have lasers. You have a glass dome and lasers all around it. You should be protecting that. But
yeah,
don't you guys think?
I'm going to say something controversial.
Go ahead, Scott.
Oh, I was going to say something controversial. You know what? Who cares about the Sean Walker bobblehead doll? There, I said it. You know, if it was a bobblehead doll of one of us, then it may be a problem, right?
Sean,
Okay.
Sean, I mean, don't take that literally, Sean. We care about you, at least about your bobblehead, okay? Okay, so
Sean did post a picture of a Sean bobblehead. My guess is he's got a whole storeroom full of them. So you know, hopefully he's got them well protected.
or he may still have a box of bobbleheads, you know. Anyway, again, okay, talking about another kid on the block, you know. Mike, how is everything with the first month of her?
It's great. You know, she's just over a month old now. My daughter, her name's Sophie.
Sophie.
And finally, we feel like humans again after a pretty
intense.
If you guys have kids, you know what the first few weeks is like. So, yeah, welcome to the club.
Very good, Mike. Very good. Welcome to Sophie as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. An intense learning experience.
Wow! Look at that. Live and streaming.
Yes, she is. She's healthy and happy. All that matters.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, I assume that's got her hands protected so she won't destroy the Mike Smeltzer bobblehead.
Actually, I didn't want her to mess up my hair. That's
yeah. Mike is very proud of what you're lacking there, Scott. And I'm not talking about intelligence. I'm not talking about intelligence, okay? Okay, guys. So again, Mike, very good, very good. Thank you, and thank you for showing Sophie here to all of us. Okay, welcome and take care.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Awesome. Okay, guys. It took me about an hour and a half to put together the agenda. I thought that it would be a quick one, but when I started to put stuff in, and the more I put, the more I saw stuff, and the more I saw stuff, the more I kept putting. So yeah, we have a few things to cover here. Let's see. Let's start with the release of DNN 9.3 release candidates. It's not the final version yet. It's the second release candidate. Make sure that you don't use a release candidate on a live site. It's not ready yet for prime time, for showtime. It's not ready for that, but it is ready to be tested, to be experimented with. And that's actually one of the things that Oliver Hine has been asking is people try to download, use it, install it in a fresh install, maybe try to update, to upgrade another version. But again, all test websites. So try that. I usually keep referring back to this post from David Poindexter a few months ago, which he goes through 10 steps on how you can test a release candidate. It's a very good reference point. And on top of that, Oliver and the team that is making this live, they put together a survey. There is a survey as well that you can answer after you have gone through, but you can use this survey as a guideline on how you can go about testing a release candidate. So you can use that as a, it asks if you have installed a third-party module, and here we have suggested testing scenarios, a whole bunch of testing scenarios that you can give it a try, see how it's working, and report back via the survey. That's the first time that I see such a thing as a survey attached to a release candidate. I think it's a very good idea to be able to gather feedback in a more, I guess, a consistent way. So, just a few more items on the release candidates. 262 pull requests. For the ones that don't know what is that, and I might be included on that list. What does it mean, a pull request, Scott? What is a pull? Is that a change?
So if I wanted to contribute a fix or change to DNN, I have to clone the GitHub project, and then I make my changes, I test them, I do it on my branch of that version. And whenever I've got my change, it's just my change is just the change, right? think in TFS it's called a change set. I think I don't know if it's the same in GitHub, but whenever I get these just the files that I've changed, I will submit that to DNN. It's called a pull request, which doesn't make sense to me because I would think it's a push request. Like, here, I'm giving you my code, but the way it literally works is I've got this remote repository that I've checked this into, and I'm telling them I have this change set that you need to pull from me to integrate into your GitHub repository, which would be the master DNN platform.
So the point of reference is the main code. So they pull your change in.
They pull my change from my cloned repository. Yeah.
Got it. So again, stats wise, 262 pull requests, which means 262 changes, some of them bigger than others, and 26 code contributors. So very, very positive numbers there. So yeah, so there's the survey, there's the how to go about release candidates. What else we have here? So in terms of changes, in terms of things that have been done to this version, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and I just want to mention a few. There is the big one is the update of React, the React Common Package to React 16. That's what I've seen. So the React is the main technology behind the persona bar. So it has been updated. There is a note that says that if you have developed an extension for the persona bar, you need to do certain things, and there is a good post by Matt Rutledge talking about exactly about that. And yeah, I have it here somewhere. Let's see. No. Okay. So yeah, so upgrading persona bar components for DNN 9.3. There is also an update to well, I don't remember if it was enabled or disabled Greenkeeper, which is what? I mean, can anyone tell me what Greenkeeper is?
Yeah, it's a piece of software that basically is monitoring the. So Scott just talked about the main DNN repository. So it would monitor that repository and tell you if any of your dependencies have changed. So you mentioned React, Anderson. So if the DNN platform requires a React dependency, that React dependency could be hosted on someone else's repository. Or jQuery could be hosted on jQuery's repository. So that technology will tell us, hey, React's been updated, and this is going to affect the DNN platform, and here's where things could break or where things need to be updated. Part of that is, you mentioned the big update there to the React components up to 16. That's a big jump there. So this type of technology is supposed to help keep things, keep us aware of changes and get things up to date quicker.
Got it. Okay, perfect. So it's an automated dependency management. Okay, so that was another one. So I wanted to mention a few. I mean, there's a big list there that you can see on Git. However, I want to mention a few other ones. Added UI connector to manage Google Analytics tracking. So it's good to see this back in the main platform. This was taken away, at least the UI of that. Now it seems to be back. And I say seems because I haven't gone through testing yet but it's listed there, so I assume it's there. There's also something good as well from an admin standpoint. On Hover, we are now showing the pane name again when in edit mode. So it's good to see the pane names back in the admin mode. Also, another feature that came back to the interface, which was gone. Minor one, but good to see it back. It's the UI for the host email address in the SMTP configuration. So this has been taken away from the UI, but it was there in the database. Now it's back again. And I mentioned already about the persona bar, the update on the React. Yeah, and if all goes well with release candidate 2, if no other release candidates are required, the final release is supposed to go live on February 4th, a few days before DNN Summit. So that's about it. Anything else about this release of DNN 9.3 release candidate? Anything else? Oh, good. Great. Awesome, awesome. Okay, good. So let's keep moving forward here. So in terms of blog posts, there were not that many actually. Aside from the one that I have just mentioned already, which is upgrading persona bar components for DNN 9.3 by Matt Routledge. There's nothing else. And well, there are some videos about the different groups that meet, but in terms of blog posts, not that many. There's a digest from that goes out once a month from Clint Patterson, which, let me open it up here. Yeah, so there's the digest. You can have a look at that. You can see more news and updates in the ecosystem, the different events. So that's the monthly DNN Digest. That's the January edition. And then I want to mention this blog post. It's a blog post not in the DNN community blog post, but I find it relevant. It's a blog post by Aaron Lopez. He is from, let me see, let me get this right here. Oh, I have him somewhere else. Like, so Victoria, British Columbia. He's a Canadian, and he posted an article, better design and easier content updates in DNN. And he goes about the reasons why he uses a lot too sexy content and easy DNN use on every one of his sites. So I found it to be a good blog post. And so yeah, Aaron Lopez from British Columbia, and I will be mentioning him again very shortly because I'll be talking about some DNN websites that went live in the past month, and I found them to be interesting, have a good look, and I wanted to feature them. So that is an article, a blog post. What else we have? Now jumping to videos, recordings, and webinars here. A lot of what has been posted in the DNN blog lately has been the recordings of December's meetups, the different meetings of the Technology Ecosystem Advisory Group, the core modules development team as well. It seems that Daniel Vladas, he was catching up on some postings the other day, so there are quite a few of those posts of meeting recordings. They came up here. Perfect. So that was another one. Yeah, so a lot of meetups, a lot of meetings from December. Another one here from January 1, our meetup, our TADUG meetup. Very, very good presentation we had this past month by Chris Hammond. He went really down and dirty about how to put together, how to install DNN on Windows Azure. And he was saying that installing DNN on Windows Azure is too hard, you shouldn't do it, but you should do it, and he just shows how to do that. It's a very, very step-by-step presentation on how to go about installing DNN on Azure in the little catches that you have to be aware on your way to getting it installed. Very, very good one. I'm very glad that we have been able to do that. And he will be doing a presentation during the DNN Summit about this particular topic as well. Okay. What else we have here? In terms of videos, there is a series of videos here put together by David Poindexter. He is talking about nvQuickTheme. And for those that want to get to know nvQuickTheme, but are just maybe, as he puts here, maybe a bit timid regarding modern tooling, this is a series of, actually those are, I was gonna say short videos, but no, they are long videos, 38 minutes, and then another one 38 minutes, and yeah, so other one 10 minutes. So again, a good video series here on how to use nvQuickTheme by its creator, Dave Poindexter, and his team there at Envisionative. Very good one. Okay. Do any one of you know if there was a DNN Hangout last month? Because I couldn't find any links about, because I know that Will Stroll was getting back to DNN Hangouts. I saw one episode. I haven't seen it anymore. Anyone knows if there's anything going on there?
I saw the first one as well, but I haven't seen anything posted, at least that I've come across for any other ones.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that.
I think there were a lot of people playing hooky during the month of December. I think the Core Modules Development Group, the posting there was for the November meeting, and I don't think there was a December one either.
See, that's the reason why we go through Christmas and New Year, and we have hours. January, we have hours as well. We never miss.
Well, down here in the United States, everybody was on furlough for a month or so, so maybe that's what happened.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
Oh, and I just wanted to ask, given your introduction to this show and Chris Hammond's series on things that are too hard and you shouldn't do it, are you guys collaborating to bring down this curtain of negativity on the whole thing?
We're not negative. I mean, we are just trying to spin stuff. You know, we start with in a bad mood, and then we finish in a good spin. You know, I mean, we start low and finish up and finish high. You know, oh, it's not as bad as you said. So that's great. Everybody's happy now. You know.
Joe, it's called clickbait.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's called clickbait, man. You need to learn this marketing strategies.
No, I'm too busy following those links in my life.
It worked.
So I'm gonna create a link baiting for you, Joe, that talks about link baiting. Okay. So it's
this video is going to be this video is going to be titled the death of Sean Walker or something. Everyone's going to click on it.
Actually, here's the thing. I was thinking of each show we have a name, a name for that show. This one will be dismemberment.
Be interesting to see the stats, Anderson, if you do a bit of a little test there.
You know what?
You really need to save that for October. You
know what? To be honest, I've never checked too much the stats, just so I don't get disappointed. And I just want to keep doing, regardless. Anyway, let's keep going here. Let's keep going with the dismemberment. Okay. SoFried, there was a meetup last 17th, January 17th. It was a roundtable talking about enhancements and additions to enhancements and additions you want in the next DNN, in DNN 10 or DNN, whatever version comes this year. So I haven't watched, to be honest. I haven't had the chance yet, but the video is there, 2 hours there, them talking about things that they think should be in DNN this year for the next major release. I would love to have some time to go through it at some point, but yeah, it's there. That was SoFried. Anyone went there?
Yeah. I wasn't there live, but I watched the follow up, and there's some good discussion. Everything from some front end user type stuff down deep into some architecture type discussions. So it was good. A good listen.
Yeah, and I think that this will be a good seed to the roundtable that will happen during the DNN Summit, which will be about that as well. Great. SoFried.
Spoiler alert. The rumors that DNN 10 will be 100% .NET Core are probably not correct.
Awesome. Let's see. Okay, good. So I decided this month to do something a little bit different, and I'm gonna try to do that moving forwards. Let's see if I'll be able to keep up, and you all are more than welcome to contribute, not only the panel here, but whoever is watching this. If you have a new DNN website, maybe yours or maybe somebody else that you see, hey, this is a good example of a DNN site, send it to me, and you can find me. I'll try to put my email here.
Cool.
And we can feature that, okay? We can talk about it. If you can provide some details, maybe which modules are being used there, so we can talk a little bit about that as well. I'm gonna feature 2 sites that I saw, just one a few days ago and one today in the morning. So one is by Renee Cerullo. Her company is called RL Computing, and the site is buffandflow.com. It's a yoga and fitness website. Looks very nicely put together. Very, very nice website. I know Renee from past DNN admin sessions, so that's good to see a new site from you, Renee. So again, quite a nice site. I don't know which modules, which components are being used here. I haven't had the chance to ask her, but I think it's a good example of a DNN website. You should definitely submit that to the DNN, what is that, showcase? The one that Clint puts together, you know, examples of great DNN websites. So this was the first one. And the second one, and I mentioned about him just a few minutes ago, this one is from Aaron Lopez. He is the one from Victoria, British Columbia. We have been going back and forth in a few messages, and he sent me a link to the website called PASS Summit 2019 Future Proof Your Data Center. That's an event that will be happening in Seattle in November. So again, another great example of a good looking DNN website. This case, I know based on his blog posts that he is mailing using 2sex content and Easy DNN News to put this particular website together. But again, I would love to feature more sites here every month, okay? Perfect. Again, so reach out. My email should be somewhere here. Okay. Let's talk about future now. We've spoken about the past. Let's talk about the future. Let's talk about events that are to come. Let's see here. We have a meetup booked for, a TADUG meetup booked for February the 6th. That's in about 2 weeks. And the topic will be DNN Keymaster. It's a modular solution that is being put together by Andrew Hofflin. And I don't know all the details, but I know the description. DNN Keymaster is a new way to secure your DNN website. When a hacker gains access to your server, it is easy enough to generate a new server image and update some passwords, but something that may be overlooked is application secrets that are stored in plain text on your server. Basically, it seems to be a tool to store, let's say, private access, private information that usually you would put that in the web config, but even the web config is not super secure, so how about you put somewhere else? So Andrew will be talking about this topic in our next TADUG meetup this coming February the 6th. Everybody is invited here. Okay, I'm doing all the talking. I'm gonna pause for the cause here for a cup of water. Okay, Summit, the next big one. So in our next meetup, it will be already over DNN Summit. So this is our last conversation before the summit. Registrations are still open, so you can still register for that. It's February 19th to the 23rd, Denver, Colorado. There is a survey, and I saw this posted by, I don't know if it was Clint, but even if you're not going, there is a survey that the organization team is asking people to fill out. You know, why you're going, why you're not going, and they just want to gather some information and use that information, I guess, somehow. So I'll be sharing the survey link as well. You can see a big link here, but in the show notes, the short link to the survey will be available. Again, go there whether you're going or not. Joe, anything about Summit that anything new? I mean, we know more or less the basic drill, but anything that you want to add?
Nothing new, but all of the details, including session schedule, session descriptions, are available on the DNN Summit website. I went through it a couple of afternoons ago, trying to figure out which sessions I wanted to go and see in person. And this is good. I think this is another one of those events where you spend your free time bemoaning the fact that there were sessions you didn't go and see, because it's a really dense set of presentations on a interesting variety of topics. There's actually a second keynote, which is the Andy Treba and Mitch Sellers and Friends show, which I think will probably be cover the same kind of material that it was covered in the virtual user conference the other day. But again, a very nice, dense program with lots of details, and some terrific training courses. And yeah, I'll just call out the one that's new this year is a training course on debug and liquid content, taught by Tracy Wittenkeller. Should be very good. I think he's also making the presentations in the general sessions as well. There's still time. If you're planning on attending and you want a t-shirt, you should probably register quickly, because we get around the 1st of February, we have to start ordering things.
Got it. Awesome.
So,
okay.
So you may be the one that gets the ladies extra small t-shirt.
Okay, it's baby size. Baby size. Maybe one of those should go to Mike. Okay.
Maybe a onesie. Yeah.
That'd be cute.
Okay. So, still around DNN Summit, I just saw today when I was doing the agenda research, I saw the coins for the training awards. So very well put together by Ryan Moore. And he even showed the process on making them on 3D printers. So the photo is right there for you to see, and whoever's joining the training, you're gonna have a chance to give that to one of the students in the session. Good. Okay. Yeah.
You know, nice. Joe, last year at the summit, they streamed, I think, a couple of the keynotes online after the fact. Do you know if that's going to happen again this year by any chance?
Those were actually people in the audience.
Oh, were they? Okay.
On iPhones, and when I say people, I think it was Dennis Xiao who did them. So the answer is I don't know. I do know that there are no plans to record all of the sessions and make them available. It's just too darned expensive.
Yeah, a lot of effort for sure.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so that's the DNN Summit. So again, for the ones that are going, have an awesome DNN Summit, but we're not departing yet. Hold on a second. Let's leave that for later. Okay, talking about events, let's talk a little bit. At least mention, I didn't see anything new going on, but at least mention that we're gonna have soon as well the DNN Connect. It's here I go again, bastardizing the place, but Champery, Switzerland, in the Swiss Alps, June 6th through 3rd to 9th. No, too many THs on this phrase, no? It screws me up completely. Anyway, DNN Connect will take place in Champery, Switzerland. And I don't see anything new in terms of more announcements, but hey, we're gonna keep following up and bringing more updates as they come through. Okay. Anybody has anything else?
I think they don't have their registration open yet either, but that should be coming along fairly soon.
Awesome. Okay, so this past week I haven't attended, so I'm bringing the news, but very half-baked. Haven't attended the DNN Corp Virtual User Conference. Has anyone here been there, have seen anything on that one? You did? How was it, Mike?
Yep. I thought it was good. Some of the stuff, because I see some of the background conversation was a bit duplicate for me. But it was good. I don't hear the DNN Corporation side of things and where they're going, what their roadmap is and that type of thing. So it was good to hear that. I would say it's, the user group is 80% about the DNN Corporation and then 20% kind of platform community, that kind of range. But it was informative. They did surveys throughout it and present the results during the webinar. So that's always nice to see too, what other people are putting out there.
Got it. Anything from your side, Joe? I mean, you said that you were there as well. Anything you bring?
Well, I thought the most interesting part was the last 5 to 10 minutes where they were answering questions from users. And I thought the most interesting question had to do with clarifying the relationship between DNN Corporation and the community. And, well, now that the community is in charge of everything, is that a problem? And I thought Andy gave a fairly good answer to that question. And people need to remember that when the community is in charge of everything, DNN Corporation is part of the community. And Andy pointed out that a large role that they had in the release process was providing QA resources.
Got it.
So, yeah, and there were some interesting developments and additions to the Evoke platform that were mentioned. And I think that Ash Prasad will be revisiting that stuff at the DNN Summit as well on a presentation.
Yeah, those are the connectors. I think there were some connector type modules built to integrate with like HubSpot and a few other marketing esque platforms. It was a good presentation.
Awesome.
There was some e-commerce. Yeah, he showed some examples of integrating HubSpot and something else.
Shopify was the other big one.
Yeah. Into an Evoke site, which is very interesting.
It is interesting. I mean, Shopify is just killing it in the e-commerce space, and if there is any angle there for DNN to hook up to that's good. That's good exposure as well. It's potentially a good exposure. Okay, good. So the recording is not available yet. I just went to their page, but it should be available at some point. The virtual user conference. Okay, good. So just want to quickly mention DNN Open Friday is still going on, still strong. I am not really there every Friday, but I usually try to open each session. It's Fridays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, it's going strong. We have people participating quite a lot there. And again, we're gonna keep continuing that initiative. The link will be posted here somewhere, but you can go to deskpal.com/open and you're gonna be redirected to a Slack page where you can sign up, enjoy the Slack workspace as well. And again, what is Open Friday is a way to get instant, hopefully, feedback on any problems and questions that you may have with DNN. We have people there online trying to help each other right there and then. A little bit different from a forum that you can post and you wait and you come at some point. There, the attempt is to do something a little bit more real time. Okay, so let's play a little bit here. I put together a very last minute guess the fake. It's a tricky guess the fake, but it would be a good. Let's see how this one goes. It's relatively easy. It's short. The good thing is that this is short. I would like you to guess. Again, hands in your heads, Okay, guess the fake DNN 9 version. So I'm gonna give you a few DNN numbers, version numbers. You're gonna just tell me which one is the fake one, and I'm gonna be making this a bit easier and just restricting to the DNN 9 series of releases. So I'm just gonna give you the number version, and you're gonna tell me which one is the fake one there from the sets. So, and maybe I'll post this also in the chat so you can have a quick look as well. DNN 921, DNN 1. Okay, let me start this again. DNN 9.2.1, number 2. Well, too many numbers. Let's do it ABC. A. A. DNN 921. B. DNN 912. C. DNN 911. D. DNN 901. And E. DNN 910. Okay, so I'm gonna copy and I'm gonna paste that on the chat so you can have a place to look at. Thank God I didn't mark the answer there. Okay, so anyway, top to bottom here, in my view, Mike, which one is the fake one?
I'm gonna go with 912.
Scott?
Yeah, B, same.
Joe?
I'm not going to argue with the two smart guys.
I could not.
I don't know about that.
I could not trick you guys this time. It was too easy. You have that in your brains. Is that? I mean, I would get confused with this list. It is B. It is 912. That was an easy peasy one. Damn it. No one.
I almost did.
Well, I will just say that those versions were just ripping off so fast in time that it was a little hard to keep up.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna put here DNN 930. That would be the fake one because it's not live yet. But I said it's just a bit of a stretch. I'm not gonna do that, Okay, good one.
Well,
good one.
it's not a fake yet.
Yeah, at this point, it's not real either, So, I mean, okay, good. So let's see here.
It's on the roadmap.
It is on the roadmap. Yeah, I hope that no cars, crash that one in the roadmap. Anyway, sorry. Let's see here what we have. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, pretty good timing. Last point here is really about what's new, what's exciting, what's wonderful there. I'm going to start with you guys. Scott, anything new, anything exciting from your side?
No, not really. Just we mentioned Shopify. We're starting to get some things like that, interest in that, and be interesting if DNN integrates into it. Who knows? But other than that, no, I've been working hard on this this new advanced module course that I'm doing in Summit. So that's taken a lot of my time.
I get it.
It reminds me of the prep work I had to do for Joe's Baltimore Summit when I revamped my whole intro course, and now it's kind of the same deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just to make you feel good, I think of all of the training courses, you may have the highest registration by one or half a person at this point in counting.
Oh, so, good.
I think a lot of people are following you up the ladder from previous events.
All right, nice. Well, at least a few people will see what all the hard work I did. Hopefully it's working.
Again, it's just one of the cases that I just wish that there would be a way to record that. I find it so let's put it this way, unfortunate that only that set of people can see that, can watch that, and yeah, Anyway,
although the reality is taping an 8-hour thing would be difficult anyway. It's just,
well, I mean,
or what people watching an 8-hour.
Well, so here's the thing. I mean, it can be broken down. You know, you have. I'm sure that you're not doing. You know, this is a topic and bang for 8 hours there. You are breaking things up. So again, things could be broken up as well. Anyway, that's just my spiel here. So okay, so mention Shopify. What is the connection with Shopify and DNN, Scott? Is that
not really in DNN, just in general, just people looking for e-commerce, and another one that seems to be popular is B2B commerce, which not really Shopify, but platforms like the Salesforce one, I can't remember, Cloud Craze and Magento and things like that are starting to be a bigger deal. So I'm just talking about technology and software in general. So
got it. Okay, makes sense. Mike.
Just being a dad. That's pretty much it, to be honest. I haven't really done much. I haven't done any work since I've had I finished, I forget when we had the last chat. It must have been a day or two before she was born. She was born early. And I just finished up my last bit of client work the day before she was born. So that worked out well. And just been learning how to be a dad and staying away from work for a few weeks, but starting to tread back in the water a little bit. I don't know how to do it. It's people who have kids and that work, God bless you. It's a challenge, a juggle. So trying to get back into that groove, and yeah, that's about it.
I'm gonna send you some how-to links, Mike, and
sure.
They might be useful. Okay, very, very good, Mike. Again, I hope that you stay safe and sane there. Okay.
Yeah, no, everything's fantastic. We are thrilled. It's been an awesome month. Awesome. I joke around about the tiredness at the start, but it's fantastic, and I'm just happy that I've got the flexibility at this point in life where I can spend some time with my newborn. So it's fantastic.
Awesome. Very good, Mike. Very good. Joe, exciting, new. What's wonderful there?
Well, I'm going to go with satisfying rather than exciting. You know, a couple of times last week, I got requests from clients. How do we do this with our website? You know, I started to create a page, and I've kind of gotten stuck, and it turned out that both of those requests took something like 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, maybe one of them took a little bit longer because I had to go back and remember how something was built. But it's just nice when a client comes up with an off-the-wall request and the tools to build it are already in the website because it's similar enough to some other things, and that the CSS and jQuery are already there and just require a little bit of tweaking. So that's very nice. And then you get emails saying that, gee, you're a genius for doing this, and the genius is more in the website than in the person who's doing it. So yeah, that's just nice to be able to do that. I think last month when we got together, I may have been in the throes of a project that was given to me at like 6 o'clock on Friday, the 21st of December, and they needed it done by the 25th.
Okay.
Fortunately, the government shut down, so they couldn't actually deliver something that didn't exist to the client. But it probably took another 10 days to build it out. But basically they thought they had something that was within a day or two of being able to deliver, and my assessment was they were at 0% completion. But it could not have been done in the additional 10 days had I not been starting off with something like DNN and essentially building on what's in the CMS to build a website and provide lots of nice features, including some custom registration and workflow things.
Cool.
And I'll just throw in a plug here for DNN Sharp's Action Form module, which is, if you think it's a form module, you should do some research. It's much more than that.
Yeah. I mean, I can speak to that. I have been impressed with the main core action form module, but also the plugins that are around the module. Like I have used recently the Stripe plugin, and it worked flawlessly connecting to Stripe with one single time purchase and subscription payments as well. Again, works very, very well. It might be overwhelming at first, I mean, too many options, but they have videos, they have good resource library. So again, those modules, that module and the plugins around it, they are very, very good. Okay, great.
Yeah, I plan on buying Bogdan a beer when I see him in Denver.
Good. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Joe. Okay, for my side, I saw this site on the last DNN Digest. It's called remove.bg. It's a very simple site. I love those little sites that they have one single purpose and they do one thing quite well. So this one here, you upload a headshot, a photo, and then it removes the background automatically for you. I've tried in a few photos, and again, this is not for the coders out there, but more for the designers out there. Again, you can upload a photo and you can take out the background. Maybe you have a client that you want to put the snapshot, and maybe you want to take that ugly background that they have on the back of their shoot. So this works quite well. If the site cannot do it well, I could not do it on Photoshop. So let's just put it this way. If it cannot do, I cannot do it anywhere else. Very, very good site. One purpose only, just to remove backgrounds from photos. Good one. Remove.bg. Could not be more clear than that. Guys, for us to go, anything else? Anything else before we say our goodbyes? Crickets? Crickets. Okay, awesome. So that's very good. Very good. We are done in the hour. Have an awesome DNN Summit. I hope that if you are going, I hope that you enjoy your time there. In next month, we're going to do a bit of a recap. Hopefully we have some reports back from the summit, from Scott, from Joe, and that's about it. Have an awesome DNN Summit. We shall meet again at the end of February to recap the summit. Thank you and have a good month. Bye.